What's up everybody, Nick Costa here, and welcome to another episode here on the channel where I'm going to show you how to ceramic coat your wheels. Yes, we have recently finished the build on the car, but we need to make sure it looks a little more unique cosmetically, so it's time to upgrade those OEM wheels to something a little more unique. So I have a set of Avant-Garde M540 wheels that I will be putting on the car, but as you can see, the pattern on them is pretty unique, and I want to make sure that we protect them the best that we can. As a matter of fact, you may have seen these wheels before. They were actually featured on an HHR on ZZ Performance's social media pages. As a matter of fact, it was Shane Hatfield's old car. Well, believe it or not, these are the exact same wheels. I actually contacted Shane, told him I really enjoyed those wheels. I thought they looked amazing. We ended up talking. I ended up buying them from him. So as you can see, they have been powder coated silver instead of gold because I just think that'll look a lot nicer on a black car. To round everything off, they are on a Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tire, which is a perfect tire for this car since it's not daily driven and I don't drive it in the winter or in inclement weather. So let's get started with this whole process. The first thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that these wheels are completely clean before we ceramic coat them. So what we are going to do is we are going to use Chemical Guy's Diablo Gel Wheel Cleaner. It is pH balanced, so it will not affect the finish on the wheels. We're going to make sure that any of those contaminants that are still on the wheel from the powder coating is removed. We need to make sure that there is nothing on the wheel before we actually ceramic coat it. Once we clean them off, the next step we have to do is we are going to apply an iron remover. I use Adam Polish's iron remover. This is definitely going to make sure that any additional contaminants that were not removed while we were cleaning with the Diablo gel is going to be removed. Now, once we do all of that, we will dry the wheels and the tires, and then it is time to do the actual ceramic coating process. So with the ceramic coating process, I have the Adams wheel coating kit that actually comes with everything you need to make sure you can ceramic coat your wheels. This kit comes with 2 microfiber polishing towels, as well as a bunch of gray microfiber towels, a foam applicator, a pre-coating spray, and of course the ceramic coating itself. Okay, now that we have cleaned the wheels and then we sprayed some of the iron remover to get additional contaminants off, wheels are pretty clean. There's a couple spots here and there, however, still has dirt, still has some stuff on it. So when you actually start this Adams wheel coating kit, the first thing you have to do is you have to use a surface prep. It actually comes with the kit. If not, it's the purple Adams bottle that you need to use. So what you would actually do is take one of these borderless gray towels, and you're going to use this to wipe off the excess, but you're just going to spray it all on the actual wheel. Make sure you get inside for the lip, everything else, and then wipe it down with the cloth. So that is step 1 of making sure that we coat properly. By the way, with these, they do come with these fancy handles. You have to make sure that you cut the stem inside a little bit shorter, so that way they fit inside the bottle. And then you'll see that there's a lever here that you turn to where it says open. That allows you to spray. Once you do that, you don't have to let it sit and cure or do anything else. You just got to spray it on, wipe it off. You may notice it smells a lot like rubbing alcohol or denatured alcohol. Might be that's why, because that's what it is. Not too sure though. It's also good to make note of where you're starting when it comes to drying after you've wiped off with the surface prep, so you don't get frustrated or confused. Now with this wheel in particular, you'll see that the inner lip actually has an edge on it that's pretty difficult to get to from the outside. you can get to it, but it is a little difficult. So I'm going to try my best to get to it from here, and then if not, I'll go from the inside of the wheel and try that. Okay, now that that's done, we have to do the inner barrel. So you can see it's a lot easier to get inside. Okay, you always want to check too. Make sure, sometimes you'll see some spots you might have missed. It's very heavy. Do a final check, just kind of check around, make sure if you see anything. Like I'm seeing some spots over here. Okay. Now that you're done with that, the next step is you want to put gloves on when you actually start messing with the coating itself, because you don't want to get it on your skin. It actually can irritate it, can be pretty bad. Now that the wheel has been sprayed with the surface prep, the next step is to actually apply the wheel coating itself. Now what you want to do is you put several drops of this on a foam applicator pad, and you just go around in sections around the wheel, making sure you do even coats, make sure it's all good to go. Around 15 to 30 seconds, you take your other gray microfiber and you just buff it off, and then you flip it over, do the inside. Also, the other thing, make sure when you are using this, after you apply several drops, put the cap back on it so it doesn't start to cure and harden prematurely. So that opens, and foam applicator pad will go one, go. That's plenty. Just place the cap on it and then just evenly apply it in sections. So I'm starting where the actual stem is, so I know exactly where it goes. So I'm gonna put my hand right here so I know that's the end where I just coat it. Get inside. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna flip that over. Grab the other cloth, wait. Okay, now we're clear to wipe it off. So now we're gonna go from here and work our way around. Again, same thing. So now that that's done, we have to do the inside, which will be fun. So now what I'm doing here is just broad strokes overlapping one another. Also want to make sure you get that inside. Now what I just did there was, I forgot to put that cap on, did from the stem up, so like a half moon almost. So like from the 8 o'clock to the 4 o'clock position. Again, 15 seconds, and then wipe it down. Okay, now that the inner barrel is done, we have to do the inside of the exterior trim face, because let's face it, that's the closest to your brake calipers where you're going to get dust. So now while that's happening, we also have to make sure we take care of our center cap, so I'm going to spray that with some surface prep, wipe it down. So now that we are done, we have to repeat that process for the other 3 wheels. These have to cure for 24 hours indoors. Do not expose them to the elements outside. I'm going to keep them here in the garage. I'm going to do the other 3 wheels and be good to go. Okay, so last wheel is done. Obviously, make sure as you are coating, you make sure you leave the cap on, like I said before. There is plenty left in here, so it feels as if I can do probably another set of wheels, maybe even 2. With this coating kit. Okay, so like I mentioned before, the one thing that you have now is the ceramic boost that comes with the kit. So then that way you can just spray that on the wheels to just kind of revitalize the glossiness that the ceramic coating does give the wheels anytime you need to. Just spray that on, wipe it off with a microfiber cloth, and you're set to go. Now, the one thing that you do have to do, however, these 2 towels are now completely useless, as well as this applicator pad. So once you are done with this, it all gets thrown away. You'll notice over time they'll start to get harder and harder. You'll see that this actually has a little bit of a haze to it. Even my gloves have a little bit of a haze to it. So all of this gets thrown away. Don't have to keep it. If I ever have to reapply, I have another applicator here, as well as additional microfibers that I've purchased from Adams before, so I have it whenever I need it. So this is going to get put away, and then come Sunday when Mark and I get together to put the finishing touches on the car and road test it, these will go on the car, and then we're set to go. Okay, so it's been a while since the original recording for this video, because of the fact that when we actually went to go try and put these new wheels on the car, the fronts didn't fit because of the Brembo package and the rotor being a 12¼ inches. I messaged Shane and he told me he was running the ZZP big brake kit in order to make all of this work. So Black Friday came around, got my hands on a set of the ZZ Performance 14.5-inch rotor kit, and have just gotten around to installing them on the car. Now with ZZ Performance, you have the option of getting your calipers in either silver or a yellow gold color with the CTSV logo. I decided to go with the silver ones, and then I went to a local shop, Delco Motorsports, who disassembled them, powder coated them red for me, reassembled them, and then I put the Brembo decal on the front, and I went with a white logo because if we work our way to the back, you'll see that we have a red caliper with white Chevrolet writing on it. So now that we have this all set up and ready to go, we can finally put the wheels on. Here we go. All right, they're on. Here's what they look like. It's a little bit hard to see in the back, it's a little darker, but that looks crazy awesome. I'm really happy how these turned out. You can see they sit a little bit wider. Actually, the tire itself is pretty much in line, but you can see the wheel stretches out past it. But I kind of like that look. So these are the wheels that will be on the car for car shows, everyday driving, things of that nature. And then when I take the car on the track, we will put the stocks back on because they are substantially lighter than the ones currently on the car. We'll have these drag radials on the front, and we'll have just the regular Continental DWS tires on the back since they're going along for the ride. And that is it. Tires are on. We're all good to go. So thank you so much for checking out this video on how to ceramic coat your wheels. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a big old thumbs up and comment below. Let me know what you think of the ceramic coating process. Also, while you're here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you can see all of the videos and the progress of this build. Until next time, see you later.